Alright, just got done securing both ends. They're all sewn together. Now we got to put ratchets on the side of the building, and we can actually start ratcheting this whole thing down, really tightening it up. The new cover is definitely working. It's about 80 degrees in here and about 50 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. And I'm very excited. Everything in here is just really warm. This is just awesome. As far as lighting goes, which is kind of the primary reason for this cover here, if you remember, let's see, it was quite a few videos ago, but I had my PAR sensor out, and the average amount of light measured in PAR, photosynthetically active radiation, PAR for short, was about 80 micromoles per meter squared per second. We'll just call it PAR for short because that's a lot. So 80 PAR. And I took my sensor around here today. We're over 600 to 800 PAR in various different locations. So just a huge influx of light coming in the building right now. Just a total game changer. Very excited to see how everything goes. I got lots of measure as far as lighting goes. I got to see how the sun moves, how far down the horizon it gets, and really take quite a few more measurements before we fully commit to lighting. We are still going to need lighting, the LEDs for underneath the grow beds, because you have shading, and so you're going to have light, but far less light than what we were originally thinking. So, back to work. Alright, we just got done securing the entire building. The ends are tight, they're all sewn in, the ratchets are all tied down. So the last thing we have to do is actually cover up the storm flap with dirt. This holds all the building completely tight, airtight, well, not airtight, it's tight. That's the best way to say it. So I just gotta be moving some dirt here. All right, north side is sealed and tightened. Just got the south side left. I'll admit, my mind body's killing me. We've been going so hard for the last 2 years. It's hard to keep going, but we're almost there. So I'm gonna head to the south side, and then we just gotta roll up the old cover to the building, and I can give you guys a tour. You can tell it's fall, by the way. Just in the shade on the old bald head here, man, it is cold, really cold. But as soon as you get in the sun, it's just amazingly warm, beautiful. Inside the building right now, it's 85 degrees Fahrenheit, just fantastic. Maybe we should start growing bananas or something. It's gonna be good when it gets cold. Well, here we are on the south side of the building, and now you can see the clear section here up top. It is just amazing. It's woven PVC. It actually has strings of PVC and it's PVC fiber in it to really help reinforce it. I have to say the guys at SUIHE, S-U-I-E-H-E, are the ones I bought this from, and I'm not an expert on buildings, but it seems like extremely high craftsmanship and is pretty darn strong. I'll tell you this, it's heavy duty. So we got everything secure. The top is on. This particular large project for the year is complete, and all we got left is insulation. So let's go inside real fast and let me show you what that's going to look like. We're back inside the building here. You can just see the difference. about 65 Fahrenheit outside right now, and it is 83 Fahrenheit inside. Just absolutely beautiful. The heater hasn't come on at all today. Normally it would have. Normally the white section here reflected so much heat that the heater actually came on during the day. I know that because of the sensors that I have that allow me to watch the temperature go up and go down as the heater is on. So another cool thing, all the metal and the surfaces, the gravel, everything in here, it's all really warm. Just putting your hand on it so you can feel the heat. So once we close up for the night, we're going to have a lot of stored energy that will also offset the need to run the heater. So a nice little battery has been created, and that's one of the reasons why we put the fish tanks down into the ground. So as the water comes up and gets heated up in the bed and goes back down to the ground throughout the day, that stores up just a little bit of thermal energy down there that at night will help keep it warmer inside the building. But let's talk about nighttime, because that's kind of the big deal here when the sun's not out. You should be able to see behind me how we have the middle of the building here. We have the clear section, and then we have the white section that's as planned, and then you have the far end, and then the end behind you looks exactly the same when it has a walk in the door. We're going to put insulation over both ends that are permanent with a cutout for the door, and that cutout will be kind of a bugaboo to take down. It's not intended to be something where you can just raise it up and down all the time. It'll be something where you actually have to remove the insulation and the door will be open. So that's going to be semi-permanent. On the south side, we'll put permanent insulation all the way up to the elbow. So that whole wall will be fully insulated until you get to the clear. And then on the north side, the entire north side all the way up will get insulation. Our value is 7.7. It's the best insulation I could find for this type of building that has a plastic cover on the outside of it. So it's batten insulation with plastic on one side, so it'll be waterproof at the side that's exposed to the humidity. It's going to take me quite some time to put that all in. Lots of little screws that I have to put in to secure the bands that will hold the insulation in place. So this is a radical transformation. If you are just joining us, please go back and look at some of my previous videos. Like the first videos from back in, I think it was December 24th, 2016, last year is my first video. And I remember sitting here shivering. I had my Martian suit on, my Carhartt overalls, had my cap on, had my light on. I was in here freezing. That is not the case this year. Oh my goodness. Such a radical change this year. And light, oh yeah, let me show you the light. So obviously you see I'm wearing my sunglasses. Just standing right here without the sensor, this is my light sensor, my car sensor. Without the sensor pointed towards the sun, it's 192 par right now. If I point it at the sun, there. Look at that. 400 par. That's amazing. 500 if you get perpendicular to it, you're up in the 500. And we're at the end of the day here. Just amazing. Just amazing. So, body's just tremendously sore. Family and friends came over and helped us with this. Thank you guys. Literally could not have done this without you. Last year I did this thing by myself, and I don't even know how that was possible. This year I'm hurting so bad. I'm ready for a break, ready for a big break. So, and one's coming. Just got to get the insulation up now. So yeah, this is pretty amazing, and the plants are loving it. So, hope you enjoyed this series. If you did, be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. In the meantime, everyone, this is The Real Martian, out.